Hi, I'm Phil, and today I'm going to look at kits for STEM courses. So we're running a new course in Parramatta, and I'll be looking at microbit and music. But these kits are also suitable for mechatronics, and where we're going to combine coding with mechanical and electrical engineering, where kids can not only learn about coding with MakeCode and Python, they can also use that with electronics and also with Lego construction. So I put all this together in a mind map, and to describe what it's all about, we'll just navigate through it. So we're using this for coding, electronics, and mechanical construction. And the applications are in STEM education. And there are two kits. The one I'll be looking at today is the microbit Nezha version, but there is also a Arduino version, and the electronics components can be used in both of these. So here's an example how the microbit fits in to the adapter board, and that interfaces with electronic modules. So we've got three of them here. On port 2, we've got looks like a light sensor. On the I to C port on the left, we've got a OLED display, and there's a push button on port 3. So we're using MakeCode for the software, and it comes with extensions. And these modules, electronic modules, are called Planet X. So there's actually two. There's one for AI, and the other one is for the common sensors that you might use. And these are some of the sensors that are available. So you can see that there's ultrasonics, OLE, right through to the light sensing, push buttons, LEDs. Quite a number of these are available. And I'll be using some of those, but on the first project, we'll make it simple, and we'll have a look at it. So the projects that I've done, I've only worked with the microbit, and I haven't done the shrimp, but that's the next one to work on. And we've already got the guitar working so far. So this project started today. You can get a bit of an idea what it looks like on these diagrams. And this is my construction. So you can see from my photos how I've assembled it. And just looking at what I'm attempting to do is to build a rangefinder guitar with the Nezha Inventor's kit. I'm only going to play discrete notes on a scale, on a single octave, and I'll only have one beat for the duration of the note. So you can see here are the components that I'm using, and the website at Electfreaks provides a very good step-by-step assembly instructions. And this is what the connections are. Onto port 1, we've got the ultrasonic rangefinder, and that's all there is for the electronics for this version of it. And for the software, we're going to use the Planet X extensions, and this is what the code looks like. So if we just expand on that, you can actually see it's quite simple. Forever, it's going to get the ultrasonic sensor data, and it does a little bit of logic to see where it is in the range from 6 to 20 centimeters. Then it just maps that onto a tone. So it's unlike the theremin, which is non-linear. This is a linear, and it should actually be easier to use. And I'm now working on an extension of this. This is like version 2. Hasn't been tested yet, but it's very similar, but it will have 4 octaves. It will play for a duration of 500 milliseconds, and it will have an additional sensor for controlling the volume. And when I'm finished with that, I'll make a video and report on how that went. So overall, I'm quite happy with the Nezha microbit kit, or the Inventor's kit. And there's plenty of range there to work on with the Planet X. All of the Planet X modules have MakeCode extensions. And you could also use the Arduino. So cost-wise, you can buy single units, and you can also interface it with the Grove modules from our previous kits. So there's a good range of projects, about 60 of them on the website. Not many cons at the moment, so I've only just started using it. The only thing is, I hope that they'll keep up with the version control and update the software in future. And this has been a problem using MakeCode with some of the kits. There's no printed manual, but there is a very excellent manual on the website. And here are some of the references. If you go to the ElectFreaks website, they have a wiki and a shop where you can actually see that. So we might just go and have a look at that now. So if we look at outside, this is the website. That's the wiki and all the case studies for the kit. And we'll just go back. And the shop-wise, you can get a description of what it looks like. So there it is. It's on discount at the moment. So there we have it for the guitar, which is case study number 46 for the Nezha Inventor's Kit for microbit. That's all for now. Goodbye. This is the Nezha Inventor's Kit for microbit. And if we just open up the package, you can see that it comes with both electronic modules and Lego modules. So under here we've got the additional ones, and I put the Lego models into a drawer for sorting out. I've also purchased some extra electronic modules, and all of this has been used to construct the guitar. So this is case study number 47, and what we have is at one end a microbit computer, a microbit adapter that interfaces through RJ11 sockets to electronics. And this simple project has 2 sensors, an ultrasonic sensor and also a light sensor. And it works a little bit like a theremin. That is, it translates distance into musical notes. And 2 hands are needed to operate this. So one hand for the note and the other hand for the volume control. It's using a light sensor. And here I'm demonstrating the use of Grove components with a Grove cable, and that interfaces with an adapter, and that's going into port 2 of the microbit adapter. So just to give you a bit of a demonstration, it comes with its own battery. And you can hear it at the moment. It's now working. So if I actually... And that's the guitar using a microbit.